Jose always had a dream. Since he was young, he imagined having his own business. But for years, he let insecurity and fear consume him. Every time he thought about taking the first step, a flood of doubts would invade his mind. What if it doesn't work out? What if people laugh at me? What if they let me down? These questions paralyzed him. He preferred to stay in the comfort of an ordinary life where the risks were low and the rewards were too. But somewhere deep inside, the dream remained alive, like a flame that never extinguished. Jose's life had become stagnant until the financial crisis hit with full force. His job was at risk, and the feeling of insecurity grew even stronger. It was then that he realized that maybe it was time to take a risk. He knew he couldn't continue limiting himself, and that if he didn't make a decision now, he might lose everything. The weight of bills and debts grew heavier every day, and the options were becoming increasingly scarce. The fear of failure was always present, but the fear of not trying was even greater. Jose finally decided it was time to change. He remembered something he had always wanted to do: open a business selling sweets. Jose knew how to cook. He had always enjoyed making cakes and desserts for family and friends. So, with renewed courage, he took the first step. He started small, working in an improvised kitchen, creating recipes and perfecting his products. It wasn't easy. Jose faced many obstacles. There were nights when he stayed up late trying to perfect a recipe or calculate finances. He didn't know much about marketing or how to manage a business, but his passion for what he did kept him moving forward. In the first few days, everything seemed like chaos. Jose faced financial difficulties, lack of customers, and even criticisms about the price and quality of his products. There were times when he felt discouraged, as if reality was hitting him hard and showing him he wasn't ready. He had to learn to accept failure as part of the process and find solutions instead of staying stuck in mistakes. The learning came with every failure, and he never gave up. Little by little, things began to change. The quality of his sweets improved. He found ways to promote his products on social media, and over time, a loyal customer base began to form. Jose dedicated more and more of his time to his business, working tirelessly to ensure each cake and dessert was perfect. But he knew he couldn't stop there. He wanted more, to expand, to grow, and to become a reference in his field. The Sweet Life brand began to gain recognition. Jose's sweets were not only on his customers' tables, but also at fairs, events, and even on social media. He saw his name being mentioned in comments and shared among people, and this motivated him even more. The challenges didn't disappear, but he now had the confidence that he was on the right path. Jose had found his place in the world, and the sense of achievement was something he never imagined feeling. Over time, he realized that success wasn't just about what he had materially gained, but about the person he had become throughout his journey. He had overcome his fears, insecurities, and learned how to deal with the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. Jose had become a stronger, more confident, and more determined man. And he knew that the path to success had no end. Every stage was another opportunity to learn something new and evolve as a person and a businessman. It was then that Jose began to think about how he could help other entrepreneurs who, like him, were starting their journey. He wanted to share his experiences, his victories, and, most importantly, his failures, so others could learn from his story. He started a blog and began recording videos, offering tips and motivation to those starting in the business world. He wanted to show that it was possible to overcome obstacles, reinvent oneself, and achieve success, no matter the size of the challenge. Jose realized that by sharing his experiences, he was creating an even greater impact. People began to seek him out, looking for guidance and inspiration. He started to see himself not only as a businessman, but as a mentor. And this new role brought an even deeper sense of fulfillment. He knew that with what he had achieved, he could help others transform their lives in the same way he had. Jose's journey, which had started with doubts and insecurities, was now a story of overcoming, courage, and transformation. He had stopped doubting himself, and with that, he found the true meaning of success. He had learned that success wasn't a final destination, but a continuous process of growth, learning, and contributing to the well-being of others. Jose now understood that true success was the ability to keep growing, to keep believing in oneself, and to keep positively impacting the world around him. And so, Jose's story continued, always moving forward, always evolving, always knowing that the journey was just beginning. He didn't know what the future held, but he knew that if he continued to follow his dreams and work with passion, success would be a natural consequence of his journey.